Our final project was on red wine quality. To start our code, we first imported all of the necessary libraries. We're then using the Panda library to read our file. We're then column mapping the titles to the corresponding value or number for each of the red wines.
From here, we're able to take a little data model if we wanted to, where we use, again, pandas, where we column map each one displaying, let's say, ahead of like maybe 8 this time, maybe 7, where it only displays that amount. So it'll display the amount shown. It'll go from 0 to 7, since 0 is technically starting the first number.
Once we imported all our files and gathered all the information, we were able to make a basic summary using some code. This code provided us with not only the means and standard deviations for each, but it also gave us a couple graphs, some histograms, and some box plots. Showing those now. If you continue going down, you can see the correlation matrix heat map, which is kind of just a description of all the pHs and all the acidity and all that. It's just a nice way of simplifying everything. We included a summary at the end. I'm going to go over a couple of those, numbers now. The fixed acidity had a mean of 8.32 and a median of 7.9. That showed that we had a slight right skew. The volatile acidity had a mean of 0.53 and a median of 0.52. What the summary shows is pretty much all the statistics that we found and a little summary of them, just so it's easier to find, easier to manage. As we scroll down towards the bottom of our code, we can see that we showed a histogram for the distribution of wine quality. This was just a visual, so you can see how the wine was distributed.
So now we're able to take the full data set in Pandas, so we're able just to print only the quality of the wine, which is shown from the first point all the way up to what is known as the last point, which is in this case is 1,598. And then from there, that just shows that we're able to access only the quality portion of it. Afterwards, we basically created a code that's kind of similar to the ones above, but this time it'll actually show us, or it'll allow us to input a specific wine if we wanted to. So if we wanted to look at a specific wine, we can enter its own values so it can be analyzed, and from there we're able to determine whether or not if it's a good or bad wine. So if we want, we could have a 3 fixed acidity, a 6 volatile acidity, a 2 citric acidity, a 4 residual sugar, 3 chlorides, free dioxide of 6, and so on and so forth until you get to the last one showing the quality of it. And it'll just show the little summary afterwards. Next, we then added another code where this time it would be a new observation. So if we found a new red wine, we could just add it. So if we were to find a new red wine that had anything, it would automatically add it to our little CVS file or CSV file. And so we just go through that until we get to the bottom, and at the bottom it would say it would be added to our file. Where here it says our new observation was added, and it just basically shows everything about it. Next, we can find if a red wine has a good quality by using a little simple code where we find out if the quality is greater than or equal to 6, or if it's less than or equal to 5. Those will signify whether if it's good or not. And then it'll go through every single one. At the bottom, it'll eventually show the quality of it, each of the numbers, varying from the first one all the way to the last one. And then it'll show the category of whether it was a good quality wine, if it was above 6 or 6 and above, or if it was a bad quality wine, whether if it was